Greetings everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, now we have a facility for iron and a facility that produces power. Now we just need to take care of some other resources that we have. And we also now have the ability to research stuff, which, you know, there's a lot of stuff to discover. So yeah, let's start doing that. Okay, now I just need to get down there without dying. Or fall damage at least. Okay, we are fine. I think I'm also gonna get some more stuff from the map. Okay, I can research the power slugs here. This I still need to find. But I do have the Caterium to research this.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Okay, nothing too special, you can just turn it into ingots. But I'm gonna need a few of those. Oh, but you do also unlock new shop products. Okay, let's also research the power slug. Because those things are nifty. You're gonna see why in a second.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
So yeah, power slugs you can basically turn into add-ons for your machines. So that you can overclock them. Meaning that they can produce like more stuff in the same amount of time. Though that usually means that they also take up more energy. Yeah, you can make these power shards. Yeah, power slug mucus compressed into a solid crystal-like shard. And now let's research overclock production. Because, you know, as you might have noticed, sometimes I do calculate, okay, how much stuff is producing and putting out. And with that you can kind of like... yeah, make the math like be a bit better. Like, you know, if something needs a little bit more output, then you can kind of even the scales with that.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
Yeah, that's what I said. But without power shards, you can also like turn the speed down, and even save some energy this way. Because I'm gonna be honest, it kind of does upset me if the math doesn't add up with production facilities. I kind of can have it if something produces a little bit more than I need, and it just piles up. It's just not efficient enough for me. Okay, I have now unlocked the color tool. This is going to be very important for me. So if I select this, okay, yeah. And now all the walls are purple. And the machines too. Okay, that's a nice start. I think I can stick with this color scheme for now. Yeah, everything is looking better already. I mean, almost everything looks better in purple. Okay, yeah, but we got some stuff on this corner of the base. But now I kind of want to redo all of this. Especially since I do need to set up some copper production, but I also want to do something different with the concrete. Because, yeah, I can definitely optimize this. Alright, first of all, I should see how large I want to make the base. So I'm gonna say that all of this is going to be factory area. Which means I just go from here. Can also remove this since I'm gonna build over that stuff anyway. And then continue to go over here. Now let's say we go up till here. since I will need some space for the miner. Yeah, this should be okay. And barrel nuts are kind of growing everywhere, so I don't think this is gonna hurt me if I cut this down. Yeah, sometimes the natural flora is just in the way, and it's so inconvenient. Speaking of in the way, yeah, if I continue the foundation over here, then this rock will be poking out. So I will just have the... yeah, I will just be happy with this area then. I mean, the only other option would be that I, like, raise all of this. Which could also work, but... I'm just gonna see how well I will do with this space. And I can, like, always keep building in this direction. But yeah, this is just poking out. And I don't like it. Okay, one smelter, again, can process 30 copper ore per minute. And one miner will will produce 60. So one miner can supply one miner can supply 2 smelters. So if I pull up this down there. Okay, gonna leave some space for the conveyor belts and stuff. But with 2 copper sources, this should be good. Okay, yeah. We're gonna have a splitter here. And this one will feed into this one. And this one shall go into this one. Yep, this should be good. And this I can just connect up later. Also, please don't mind this power line. That's just going through the smelter. This is what we call efficiency. Let's maybe just grab those. This can go too. Okay, and one constructor set to wire will take 15 copper ingots per minute, which means one of these can supply 2 of these. Okay, this might get a little bit bigger than planned then. Okay, no issue. We can always expand a little bit to the sides. Or maybe I move this entire thing a little bit over here. But then there's this rock. You don't have any ideas, do you? How to properly do this? Nah, thought so. Okay, let's remove this little bit of plant life. Turns out it is kinda in the way. Don't worry. It will still be useful when you are fuel. Okay, and apparently the power just ran out. That's unfortunate. I thought this would last way longer. Considering that I did get a bunch of fuel. But yeah, okay, there's still some in here. But this one has run out. Yeah, okay, so I will need to get some more, like, well, animals to turn into fuel. But for now, I just want to continue setting all of this up. Leave my miner alone, and we won't get into trouble. Alright? I don't get these creatures. They always get stuck on my stuff. As long as you're just, you know, walking by and not bothering me. Okay, slightly different setup. It's a bit more compact, but it should be good. And I still have room to walk along the sides here. Let me check. Yeah, I can still move through here. So that's nice. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna need another splitter. This one's gonna go in here. And this one doesn't fit, so I'm gonna need to move these a little bit further. Okay, and this should work too. So yeah, this is gonna make wires, this is gonna make wires. So I'm gonna get 60 wires per minute in total from this one smelter alone. If I want to turn some into cables, that means both of these can feed into another constructor. So yeah, I would have to merge both of them. And then it goes into here. Okay, so that's one production line. And we still have some space here where we can move stuff. I could also do this entire thing over here. I don't really need those for the moment, because I don't need that much copper. So I can set this up a little bit different, just so it's a little bit more symmetrical. And if I need more copper stuff, then that can go to another production facility, maybe somewhere here. I can also set up some limestone stuff over here. Okay, after some redesigning, I think I have a setup I'm happy with. So yeah, we have one copper mine over here that feeds into this splitter that supplies both these smelters, and both these smelters in turn supply these constructors that create copper wire. Those two constructors close to the middle, again, feed into this constructor that creates cable. So yeah, we get a production of 30 cable per minute and 60 copper wire. And it's all nice and symmetrical. And before you ask, this smelter over here, this is kind of, well, if I do need to expand, and if I do want to set up like more copper production, yeah, I can build another mine over there. And then it can get like split up again and divided for these smelters. And those outer smelters in turn could potentially then feed into a conveyor lift. And yeah, again, if I do like need more copper stuff set up, I can just build another floor up here and do it there. So yeah, that would be way more space efficient. And yeah, in turn I would have like a very nice compact factory here. And whatever is, you know, getting done on the upper floor, I have enough space here that I can just have the lifts go back down here again. And everything that gets produced can then go into the main lines that I'm gonna set up over here. And yeah, all the copper stuff gets collected here. This is a temporary solution. I'm gonna set this up differently later, but yeah, some of the copper stuff can get into this lift. And then it all merges into this one. So yeah, I have all the produced stuff in some nice containers. Ooh, look at all the stuff that got produced in the meanwhile. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm good with a lot of materials now. Yeah, since I don't need this urgently right now, I'm just gonna run the copper bit. Yeah, this is gonna need a little bit to get back up to speed again. I should definitely make a big supply of biomass and everything, so this doesn't run out anytime soon. Which means I need to go hunting. But yeah, copper production should now be running. I like copper, it's so shiny. And yeah, here we seeing the copper ingots going into those constructors. And here we see some nice copper wire getting made. Yeah, this should be good for now. Yeah, this is probably gonna take care of all the copper needs I'm gonna have in the beginning. You really don't need that much copper in the beginning. Also, I don't think I have researched these things. So I might as well do that. There's also this thing, this hard drive. That's definitely gonna need some research over here. Yeah, Mercer Sphere. That's definitely an interesting one.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific.
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Yeah, okay, this is definitely stuff I want to mess with. Okay, Summer Sloop.
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
Yeah, I definitely want to track that. Might as well get this done. Bacon agaric.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
So I guess I pronounced that one wrong then. Bacon agaric, I see. And yeah, we do have a hard drive. This is gonna take a little bit though, so... yeah, I'm gonna leave that in here. Okay, there's some limestone here. And hello? I have a very specific idea how you can help me with my energy problem. Thank you very much. Oh hey, there's some quartz. Might as well grab some. And I hear some stuff. I feel like it's somewhere in there. But I don't quite know how to get in there. Like, yeah, can you hear it? This definitely sounds like stuff.
This bleeding temple hums a resident song. Play for us.
Yeah, this is exactly what stuff sounds like. Yep. Thank you that you want to help me out with my energy problem. Much appreciated. Come on, try me. Come on, come on. There we go. Sometimes you have to face your problems head on. And then dodge at the right moment and punch back. That's how I solve all my problems. Oh hey, didn't see you there. Oh, this guy went flying. Okay, that's one down. Oh, there you are. Yep, if you strike them right before they hit you, you can just stop them dead in their tracks. Okay, I see there's a slug over there, but there's also a lot of poison. So I'm gonna leave this for a future techie. Oh, I think this is another wreckage. I think the original one is way over there. So yeah, this is another one. And there's also some unfriendly guys over here. Ouch. Okay, that's a little bit of damage. But nothing what a lot of eating can't fix. And yeah, that's a lot of useful materials here. Especially the reinforced plates. And steel beam is also nice. Copper sheet, so yeah, that's other copper stuff we can do later. And we get another hard drive. Okay, yeah. This is the old wreckage, and there's even some new friends here. Okay. Oh, that's 3 actually. Okay, a hard drive scan has been completed. A scanned hard drive has been added to a hard drive library.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
Ooh, that is interesting. So, okay, you can get, like, new recipes this way. I'm not sure if I want this. Cast screws could be interesting, though. But yeah, I should fix the power problems first. Luckily, I have a bunch of alien protein now. I'm also gonna make some DNA capsules, because I'm gonna need a few of them for research.
Research to develop the rebar gun is now available. When completed, you will be in possession of a tool effective against any local obstacles actively objecting to the Fix-It mission.
So yeah, you can basically build a gun with this. Which can be useful, for obvious reasons. So I don't know, often enough I kinda prefer to just rack them. For concrete production. How do I want to set it up? So I have one limestone mine over there. And some other ones somewhat close by. This can use 45 per minute. One miner does 60 per minute. With 2 miners. I mean, it doesn't quite add up. But with 2 limestone miners, I could at least supply 3 constructors. Could also just have this 1 limestone miner and supply 2 of these. Both would be at full capacity, but if I limit the production rate, it should still be fine. Okay, again, the concrete production doesn't need to be too complicated. 2 constructors for now. And yeah, they're gonna get supplied by this one splitter. And feed into this merger again. And if I'm gonna like expand the concrete production with more miners, then I can just plop down more constructors. It's just going to be a little bit of a trip for the limestone, because that stuff's gonna need to go from all the way there till here. But it's fine. It's rock. It's been patient for probably like millions of years, so that won't make a difference. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to build some walls. If guys like you can't behave, then I have to like do some drastic measures here. Okay, this should now be all nice and connected. These guys can just walk over this conveyor belt. And yeah. This will then go into here, and this will produce concrete for me. And lowering the clock speed does reduce the energy consumption. So that's probably not a bad thing to do. To save like a little bit of energy. Alright. Everything should be online. Power capacity seems to hold. And we should be good. Yep, look at this. This is producing. This is producing. And everything is working fine and dandy over there too. And yeah, we still have biofuel. Don't worry, those weren't your friends. I definitely need to build some walls. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I think now that I have all the production lines set up, I can start with some like large scale building now. And yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of resources to work with. As long as I keep hunting some, you know, nice friends who want to help me out with the base, then I can also keep producing